Shadow football. I'm a massive Alessia Russo fan. Not just because she used to play for my beloved Manchester United, which automatically qualifies her as the best player in the world, but she's just really good at kicking a ball into the goal and everything else there is to this silly little game we call football that we love so very much. Whilst Aggie Beever-Jones has had a terrific season with Chelsea, and has also been scoring for fun for England lately, Alessia Russo, in my opinion, needs to be starting every single game in the Euros for the Lionesses as the number 9. I will explain why, and more importantly, analyse what Alessia Russo's game is and her role for England, besides backheeling the ball into the back of the net in the semi-final of a major tournament. We all know Alessia Russo can score goals. Here's an example. Here's another example. And another. 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 And one more. I'm surprised she didn't try to backheel that one, to be honest. We also know she can provide them as well. So I guess that's the end of the analysis. She can score goals and also provide them, so see you next time. If you've only ever watched highlights of Alessia Russo, you might think her biggest strength is her goal scoring, but it's not. It's her hold-up play. Arsenal and England constantly look for Russo when trying to play out from the back. Russo would then drop back, hold the ball up, and lay it off to a teammate to keep the momentum of the build-up going. She's the focal point of the attack, someone to aim for, someone to always rely on and give the ball to. Hold-up play can be utilized in multiple ways, depending on where the team is on the pitch. Let me break it down further here. You often hear pundits, coaches, players all talking about thirds when referencing the pitch. What this means is that the pitch is divided into 3 parts, namely the defensive third, the middle third, and the final third, if you're attacking this way. England have many ways of transitioning from the defensive third to the middle third to the final third. They have the option to go wide like so, getting them out of the defensive third and into the middle third, resulting in this goal for Beth Mead. They have the option to go long, resulting in this Ella Toone goal that makes me wonder if it's legal to marry a video clip. Both of those options only work if there's space to be found. But what do England do when there's no space to be found? They use Alessia Russo. England often use Russo as a transitional player on the pitch, giving her the ball to drive the team through the thirds to build up. When England are in their own defensive third here against France after Kenzadali loses the ball, Ella Toone looks for her BFF Russo, she drops back and spreads the ball out to Lucy Bronze. England have now pushed the French defensive line back and now operating in the middle third. And this one, England are in their own defensive third. The ball falls to the biggest country music fan in the Lionesses team. She shields the ball from Sandy Toletti and drives up the pitch, dragging England up the pitch whilst pushing the French defence back at the same time. She plays the ball back to Mead and England are once again in the middle third. England in this example are now in their own defensive third with France on the front foot, looking to attack England possession and put them under pressure trying to win the ball high up. Alessia Russo gives England a way out of this pressure. Transitioning from the defensive third to the middle third means that you're now the team looking to attack, successfully playing out of the high pressure of the opposition, and now they're forced to drop back and defend. Beth Mead's options are all attacking options as England now look to come forwards, with Ella Toone producing an uncharacteristically poor pass, but Russo's initial hold-up play gets England up the pitch and into attack mode. During this game against France, and I'm going to talk about this game a lot because this was the best Alessia Russo performance in an England shirt in the last 18 months or so, Russo was also used as what I'm going to call an out ball. After France pulled one back in the 72nd minute, they really piled on the pressure and tried to win the ball high up aggressively. This left England trapped in their own defensive third, making it harder to exit and relieve pressure. So England repeatedly gave the ball to Alessia Russo so she can dribble forward, using her brilliant strength to hold off De Almeida here, and literally drag her team up the pitch. She's not looking to score here, rather she's just buying time for her teammates to move up as well, and ends up winning a throw-in deep in French territory. This piece of play is beautiful. Crazy. Which is coincidentally also the name of one of her favourite songs.
Beautiful, crazy.
I know that one. I can't help her.
Maze me.
This forces France to have to defend now, when they really want to be attacking to try to score another goal. England constantly use Russo for an out ball in the latter stages of a game when they're trying to preserve a lead whilst wasting time and relieving themselves of opposition pressure. and I'm convinced that no other striker in the world does this better than Alessia Russo. England also used Russo to transition from the middle third into the final third. Russo provides herself as an option for Jess Carter in the middle third, and this is just classic Alessia Russo. Bringing the ball out of trouble, passing it out wide to Beth Mead, and moving England into the final third. She's just an absolute nuisance to play against, regularly pinning defenders back and giving them hell. Maëlle Lacroix couldn't handle Russo this game as she rolls the ball around her in the middle third, drives forward and wins a corner for her team. She's just one of those players that you would love to have on your team but would hate to play against. She also gives her teammates an option to throw to during attacking throw-ins, and her teammates give the ball to her knowing she can cause chaos in the box and create a shooting chance. She plays the ball back to Hemp, who sets up Georgia Stanway's super strike to break the deadlock for England. Their second goal of the game also came from a Russo hold-up off a throw-in. She uses her arms to block Lacroix so that she can't come around and tackle her, receives the ball and lays it off to Stanway. The pass is a bit heavy and Lucy Bronze has the ball. Wendy Renard needlessly charges out at Bronze, leaving this space behind. Lacroix goes to cover that space as a result and tells De Almeida to mark Russo. Bronze passes to Hemp and De Almeida spots that Ella Toone is running in from here, so she goes to cover that option as well. De Almeida now has to mark two players at once, which I'm sure she can handle. Russo slips between the fullback and centre back like any good centre forward and doubles England's advantage. So I guess De Almeida wasn't able to mark two players at once. Weird. If Ella Toone hadn't made this run to grab De Almeida's attention, she would have stuck to Russo and would have made it a lot harder for her to score. Speaking of Ella Toone, if Russo is the starting number 9, then Ella Toone has to start at number 10 as well. Because Ella Toone, out of all the England number 10s, and this is a very important point, Ella Toone is the best player at taking advantage of the space Alessia Russo creates. Whenever Russo drops back, Toone is in behind. This piece of play is a classic Toone and Lessie Russo combination. Carter boots the ball to Russo, who again holds up Lacroix, drawing her out of position and leaving this space in behind. Toone doesn't even hesitate and runs straight into that space, knowing Russo has the ability to flick the ball onto her. Russo's playing style attracts major attention from defenders, and Toone is so good at taking advantage of defenders looking at Russo rather than her. But it's not only Russo creating space for Toone, it works the other way around as well. Russo drops back and receives the ball from Kira Walsh, and Toone is already on her bike running in behind. Toone's run fixes Dawson to her position, knowing Russo will play the ball in behind if she goes and presses, whilst Minga is in shape to track Toone's run. Toone's movement leaves a lot of time and space for Russo to pick her head up and assess her options, with both centre halves watching her and not the myriad of options around them. Russo gives Mito the ball, who lays it into the path of Georgia Stanway, and England claw themselves back into the game against Germany. Russo and Toone work in tandem with each other. Their on-field chemistry is so good that they have to be on the pitch at the same time. Don't get me wrong, Jess Park and Grace Clinton are fantastic number 10s as well, but Toone and Russo just work so well together. England will most likely set up like so. Russo will drop back, which will open space up for everyone else to charge forward, just like Stanway's second goal against Germany I spoke about earlier. Whilst her recent WSL Golden Boot achievement can't be ignored, she comes under fire from time to time from people saying she's not the most prolific striker. Whispers from people saying England need a pure goal-scoring number 9 in order for them to reach their full potential. But I completely disagree. Alessia Russo's in the team is not only to be the focal point of England's attack, but she's also the best number 9 at enhancing the skills and strength of her teammates. Ella Toone's strength is her ability to drift into threatening spaces in attack, so Russo will drop back knowing Toone will be there to take advantage of the space created. Lauren Hemp's strength is her ability to beat a defender in a phone box and cross the ball in. Russo has a great aerial game and is a wonderful target for Hemp to aim for in the box. We all know Georgia Stanway can shoot a ball from the edge of the box and have it land in Germany, so Russo is able to hold up the ball and lay it off to Stanway for her to strike it. I could go through the whole England team, but you get what I mean. Russo's game complements every other player in the England team, and she is one of, if not the most, selfless strikers in the game right now. As I'm writing the script, I realize I've spent the majority of the video talking about hold-up play. Russo has many other strengths that I didn't speak about in this video. If I were to talk about all of them, this video would be 5 hours long. Her first touch is exquisite, her finishing has improved drastically, and her music taste is impeccable.
Beautiful,
crazy. She can't help but amaze me.
But I will mention her attacking positioning in the box, which has improved tenfold over the last year or so. She's become a great poacher in the area, like this goal against her beloved United, where she takes a step back, creates a yard of space between herself and future England captain Maya Le Tissier, and all she needs is that little yard of space to get a shot off and score a very tidy goal. And to be honest, I'm surprised she didn't try to backheel this one as well. Her movement is great, often positioning herself between defenders like any good forward. I think the next step for her is to become just that bit more clinical, as she does have moments where she'll squander a good chance. England have an embarrassment of riches in attack, with Beever-Jones and Agyemang providing a more direct attacking option off the bench to give defences something else to think about if plan A isn't working. Alessia Russo needs to be starting every single game for England in the Euros this summer. She's the most complete number 9 in the England team, and dare I say it, the world. If you couldn't tell already, I love Alessia Russo, and I'm so excited to see what other crazy memories she'll provide for us in the Euros this summer.